Yeah. Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of, you guessed it, Redonkulous.com. We're going over the symptoms of being pussy whipped. Yeah, no. Some of you out there aren't going to realize that you've been hoodwinked and pussy whipped. Damn it! And if you discover you are, I'm sorry. No, wait. Let me put my care face on. No, I'm not. Hang on. I need a beer. I'm not going to sit here and accuse you of being pussy whipped if you have one or two of these, okay? We all understand the fact that compromises have to happen in a relationship. But if you find yourself suffering from a majority of this, you might as well have put your Peg D and seed pumps on the chopping block and let her boom. With that being said, let us begin.
Pussy whipped again. A fine mess I got myself in.
I can't tell you how many times I've heard this. What are you gonna do? It's called the slot C disarm. Holy shit. Well, I used to have guns and go shooting, but I can't keep them in the house because my significant other is uncomfortable. I always keep a round in the chamber for any slot C emergencies. If you know what I mean. Keep it in the house, because late at night, it just might save your ass. Manslaughter. I myself am guilty of this when I was married. Had a minivan. If you have a minivan, guess what? You too are suffering from soccer momitis, even though you don't have any of that equipment. You heard it here first. You have a bunch of young children or you're pussy whipped. And there's a cure for that. It's called the trade-in. Dodge Charger. Yeah! Oh, if you do like me, and you don't mind the creepy point, cop car, rocket ship with battering ram, a joint bank account, which in reality is her bank account. If you are pulling in a majority of the money, and you put it into a bank account that's joint, and then you get a spending allowance, you need to back up and realize that, God damn it, you've just been slot C zombied here. Now, come on now, let's get with the program. It's your account, not her account, period. I mean, yeah, well, you know what I mean. So let's just say you were a Republican at one point in time, you know, some conservative or middle conservative. You hook up with a piece of slot C and all of a sudden become a liberal Democrat. Now listen, dudes aren't just guilty of following the agenda. Women do this too. But in almost every instance, you wind up with resentment and hate and physical violence breaks out, or all kinds of crazy pandemonium can ensue. Yeah! You did it to yourself, man. You did it to yourself. You hook up with a piece of slot C and all of a sudden you ignore the bro code. God damn it! I've seen this happen more times than I can count. You know, bros before hoes, but in this instance, becomes hoes before bros. Now, women who understand the bro code are a dying breed. So if you find one that's supportive of the bro code, you better kiss her ass and then eat the box it comes in, because it's well worth it. Lots of cool points for that. You can't have a useful dog. And what do I define as a useful dog? Is one that if somebody breaks into your house, the contender might actually think twice about coming in, because there's a medium to big dog in there that could take a piece of your ass. Manslaughter. I got a bunch of shaking piss dogs. Let's go on a kicking spree. Beer me. You're a dog dude, and all of a sudden, she moves in and she's got cats. There's a box of shit and piss next to the toilet, which really doesn't come into any use except for another target, you know, if you're drinking. Now, if you have a dog and say you go to the bar and you don't come home in time to let him out, he will do his business on the carpet and he might sleek off and hide because he's kind of upset because you know you're going to thump him. It happens. But cats, they like crawl into small places and piss on stuff that you don't even find until years later. Can't have a motorcycle. God damn it! Hey man, it's your money. It's your life. You want a motorcycle? I personally don't advise it, but if you want one, get one. If you're one of those alphas who wants to roll around without a helmet, you kind of deserve the feeding tube you're gonna get. I'm just saying. Coma? after a motorcycle accident. Woo! Should have wore the helmet. Ah. Who cares what she says? You'll get killed. You'll get hurt. You can fall on the steps, shoveling your walk. Shit happens. Edit that out. What are you gonna do? Can't have a boat. God damn it! Again, it's your money. The boat's rocking. Don't come a knocking. La pasión, ah. But a lot of times I'll be like, no, you won't be able to be around the house. You can't hang out with me, or get a sailboat. Look, man, get the boat. Jesus Christ. The bitch sold my boat. God damn it. Your thoughts are clouded by thinking with the little head, not the big head. How many times have we seen this? This is only really acceptable when you're in college. If you're in your 30s and a stiff breeze comes along and you find yourself with a hard peg D, yeah! Don't get married. You're setting yourself up for losing one half of all your shit. You are. If you make $1 billion and she gets half, you still have 500 million to live on. But if you make 35,000, somebody just might have to do a dirt nap. I'm just saying. Woo! I'm not condoning that kind of behavior, but I understand it. How many dudes out there have been best friends with a friend of yours, hang out for years, and all of a sudden he shacks up with a piece of slot C and poof, he's gone. Now, if you have to change every aspect of your life to be with a piece of slot C, it's not worth it. She knows she's not worth it, and she doesn't want your friends to tell you that. That's why you've been excommunicated from your friends. Remember that. Your friends are obligated to kidnap you and take you to a titty bar. That's just the rule. We call that an intervention. Boom. You can't hang out because you've become a full-time babysitter. It happens. Quite possibly to children that aren't even yours, man. Guess what? She's just out there bar hopping from peg D to peg D, and you need to get the hell out of there. Because, gentlemen, that Richard salad already has enough dressing. God, that's terrible. I mean, honestly, dudes, can you tell me, am I wrong here? Am I wrong? I don't think I am. Please put it in the comments. And if you have any examples that aren't on here being pussy whipped, or even ladies being peg D whipped, put them in the comment section. And while you're at it, please hit the subscribe button, because if you do, we might just go around and kick some shaking piss dogs just for the fun of it. Yeah! Have to put up with the frilly pillows on the couch to get a couple hours of God damn it. That was so good. And you just might have to accept the lacy, frilly pillows on the couch for a couple hours of God damn it. I'm sorry, Zombie Jesus. Use the Lord's name in vain. Because, gentlemen, that Richard salad already has enough dressing. God, that's terrible. Oh my God, this is hilarious though when you think of, because that's what's going on.